Hi, everybody. So good to
Good
see you.
morning, good
Happy
afternoon, good
holidays,
evening.
everyone.
Yes.
Happy holidays, Manny.
Happy holidays to you too.
Yes, thank you. Thank you that you are here in this live or watching the replay during the holiday. We appreciate it. So, welcome to our live. If you're familiar with our lives or with my channel, welcome back. If you are not familiar with my channel, we talk about spirituality, about subject that relates to spirituality, especially relationships we have with others and especially with ourselves, right? And we talk about all the emotional stuff, people pleasing, needing external validation, low self-esteem, low self-confidence, you name it. As long as it's legal, we can talk about it here. And this is actually your safe place. So if you have questions or you just want to unload something, right? So go ahead and do it. This is your safe place. So feel free to ask questions in the chat or if you want to comment in the comment section if you're watching the replay. So Mani, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm fabulous.
Yes, as always.
I
Okay,
got the day off. I'm good.
yeah, yeah. But we have our bad days also. So don't think like everything is we have like everyone. Okay,
Oh yeah.
so today's topic: are you feeling like nothing is going your way? Right? So do you sometimes feel like nothing is going your way, no matter how hard you try, no matter how much effort you put in, and still like nothing seems to work? Emphasis seems to work, right? So many of us, like, we go through moments when we like, like, you know what, universe, I give up, you know, I'm out,
Ah,
I'm taking, I don't want to do this anymore. You go
right.
ahead, So, but actually, giving up sometimes it's like the best thing that can happen for you. If nothing is going your way, actually, sometimes it does. It just doesn't appear like that, right, Manit? So, what do you think about this subject?
This is okay. This is a super good one, basically,
Mm-hmm.
because there are a lot of people, we're still living in the world of, well, I'm manifesting this thing, or, I had a lot of positive vibes for this thing, and it's not showing up, so it doesn't work. And it's like there is, again, we're not we're not in charge of the timing. We're just in charge of putting the desire out there for good for ourselves and for others, but we don't get to choose how that shows up or when that shows up. And we're attached to the timing, which creates the whole frustration of nothing's going my way, nothing's working for me, nothing ever works for me, yada, yada, yada.
Yes,
You see where we're going with that. So,
exactly. And actually, we do have control over certain things, and we're going to talk about it later. But right
mm,
now, in this lab, we're going to talk about things that can actually, uh, things that you can do to shift this energy. So I'm going to start, Mani, with a break grounding, groundbreaking statement.
okay, let's have it.
If you want to change this energy, sometimes you can do it by not wanting to change this energy and to shift this energy.
Which seems a little paradoxical and, Alice in Wonderland, cart before the horse type thing,
Yeah.
but
So this is
yeah.
counterintuitive, right? This is like a paradox. Like I want to shift this energy, but actually by wanting to shift this energy, you're creating your own blocks and your own like loop, and then you feel stuck, and then you feel like nothing is working, right? So actually, the first step is just accepting the situation, whatever it can be. It can be anything, right? Just to accept it and actually to not want to shift it, not right away, right? At least not right away. When it comes up for you, just sometimes I like to tell people just sit with it a little bit. Just sit with your emotions, you know, because we
Which
have
can
a
be
tendency.
uncomfortable.
Yes, because we have a tendency that like something comes up. Oh no! Thank you, not today. I want to ignore it. I want to, but actually, when you do it, we talk about it all the time. You suppress it, and you're not really experience those emotions, and then it creates a lot of trauma and stuff. I don't need to repeat it again. But what I'm saying that sometimes the best thing to do is just to trying. Stop trying to shift anything. Stop trying, right? How many times have you achieved something just by stop trying? Right? How many times?
Exactly. Oh, good, that is times without number. Like Potato Neverland, Opa Gangnam Style. Okay, we're bringing in Psy. Love it.
Yes.
That's a good it's a great song.
Yes. So okay. So how many times? Feel free to ask questions if you have questions in the chat. How many times have you achieved something just by stop trying? Like I was like struggling to achieve something like for years, like many things, and I'm like just one day I'm just like whatever, I don't want it, and then it came, and I'm like, you know what? The only thing that I should have like be doing is to stop trying. you know
Which is
so,
counterintuitive to what we're taught from when we're
yes,
little.
this is like groundbreaking. First, just don't try to shift this energy. This is so powerful because just by accepting a situation, it can change. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, so Mani, what do you think about it?
So first it's important I think that we sit down and we really, like you said, you sit with the feeling so that we can
Hmm.
identify the feeling. We need to identify what the feeling is, how we're
Right,
reacting to it, and allow it to just basically we got to let it pass through. Like
right.
along with that can come a lot of frustration and anger, and you feel very very heavy. And this is completely normal. It's human, it's
Exactly.
normal, it's common. um
Exactly.
and making sure that you create a safe space for yourself, sort of thing, so
Hmm.
that you know find for a time. I mean, we try to be authentic with others. Sometimes the authenticity sometimes doesn't work. So we need to create a space for ourselves in which we don't feel like we need to pretend that we're okay
Yes.
all the time.
Hmm. Exactly. You don't have to pretend, and sometimes actually just the pretending. It's exhausting. It's exhausting to be someone that you are not and to pretend someone that you're not, to tell them, oh yeah, I feel good, but you don't really feel good. I'm not saying that you should share your life or your challenges with just anyone that, how are you doing? And then start to talk about all your problems. But if you have a safe a space or someone that you trust to open up to, it will help, right? So, and a lot of the time, when we feel like nothing is working, we actually start to question ourselves and to question our decisions and our direction, right? And you know what? But you know what? A lot of the time, sometimes when we don't see like things shifting and happening, we start questioning ourselves just because we don't see the result, the immediate result. But if we don't see the result, it doesn't mean that nothing is happening behind the scene or nothing is working. Just, there's a little bit of delay until the universe can copy your energy back to you, right? But, we live in a society that everything is instant, like fast food, fast everything, fast information. You want the
Yeah.
ChatGPT, like all the answer in the world, like in like 3 seconds, right? If it take longer, you're like staring at the phone. What the heck? Like ChatGPT, I waited like 10 seconds for an answer. Come on, So everything is instant and instant. So when we start to do like positive changes, or when we take like a certain decision and we don't see the immediate result, we start questioning ourselves, right? Just because we can't see anything, but there's like a certain delay until like because when you shift momentum, like the universe has the same rules like for thousands of years. The universe doesn't care when you have like smartphone and iPhone or whatever. Like it works the same. So there's a certain delay. So when you don't see the result, you start questioning your decision and you start, oh, you know what? Maybe I just take a different route. And then you take a different route, but you haven't been like consistent enough in the old decision you make it. So you're just confusing the universe. So just decide what you want and stick with it, even if you don't see it in your 3D reality. And it doesn't mean that nothing is working. And that's where faith comes in, right? And we're going to talk about it.
Yep. Hello, Swayambria. Thank you
And
very much for watching every one of our lives. I
yeah, you want
appreciate it.
to, I hope you enjoy. And if you have questions, feel free to ask. Thank you very
Exactly.
much. And thank you for being here with us like during the holidays. Yes.
Yay.
So you know
So,
what I'm saying, Marnie? So we start questioning ourselves just because we don't see immediate result, but you have it's like nature, right? Right? When you plant a seed, you don't see like the fruit immediately, or you don't see like anything, right? But
no,
it's
you
need
expect it to take time.
yeah, you expect it to right, and there's a certain there's a you know there's a period of time that you know I need to wait right now, right, until something will start to sprout, right. So look at yourself like you are the universe, like you are a tree, right. When you plant the seed, it takes time. You need to nurture it. You need to give it water, a little bit of sunshine, a little bit of letting go, right. There's a certain balance, but you know that you're going to see the fruits. So this is the same mindset that will help us actually to see results and to see changes in our reality, even if just the slight change. Be grateful for it and focus on it, and don't just dismiss it. Oh no, it's not that serious. It's not really the change that I wanted to see. It is small, but you know what you put your focus on grows. So if you are experiencing even something like really little, like something small that just it's like a sign from the universe. Yes, you are on the right path. Just focus on it, and
I believe the term for that is a
celebrate it.
glimmer. I
Yes,
want to say they call it a glimmer.
yes, a
It's
preview.
the yeah, it's the little small things that you notice when you slow yourself down into the now, when you anchor
Exactly.
yourself into the moment. It's the small things that you notice that are actually, I mean, they're tiny little bits of wonder sort of thing, like how do the clouds hang up in the sky? Like that's kind of nifty if you really really think about it. You take it for granted, but there's a whole explanation behind that. But it's like, look, they form, they go away, they hang there, they get big, they get small. That's super cool. It's
Exactly.
small things. It's noticing the small things. This morning when I stepped outside to feed a couple of the feral neighborhood cats that we have, I'm sitting there going, I'm thinking all of these things that I have to do because it's the holidays here and the plants have to coordinate and things have to get done in the whole 9 yards. And I'm like going, wait a minute, breathe, close your eyes
Yes.
for a minute, take in the senses. What are you sensing? And I'm like, I take in this big lungful that just it smells like it's got jasmine on the breeze. And and it smelled like just wonderful, wonderful things. And I'm like, wow, if I hadn't have slowed down, I would not have noticed that. So that just sets your tone
Exactly.
for the rest of your day, yeah?
Exactly. And you know what? Like today, I woke up really, really early, like before the sunrise, and
Not like me.
yeah, yeah,
I did
but
not
I
wake
just,
up early.
yeah, I just walked outside, and I saw the sun was, and it was cloudy a little bit, but it was like, I don't know, there's a certain energy that you feel so vibrant and alive when you just allow yourself to embellish, right, in nature and what's going on inside you. But let's go back to this. If you feel like nothing is working, right.
Yeah.
So first, don't resist it, just accept it and stop trying to make it go away. right? Accept it, right? And from this place of acceptance, you can start think about what you do have control over, and we talk about it. But one thing that I want to talk about is the power of our self-talk, right?
Oh yeah.
Because the words you are saying yourself and the way that you talk to yourself actually shapes your reality, right? Because a lot of the time people are like, oh no, no, it doesn't have an effect so much. But your outer universe, your outer reality is just a reflection of your inner world, right? So if you're, for example, like I have a client that she really struggling with self-talk. She really like criticize herself, and she really judgmental with herself, right? And I'm telling her, just be a little bit compassionate with yourself, because then when you are
Oh
so
girl.
so hard on yourself, and when you are like not giving yourself like a little bit of slack, right? And so the way you treat yourself, others will treat you the same way.
Hmm.
Because it's like an audition. Okay, like take an example of an audition. When you go into an audition, let's say you're going like to in front of the director, right? So you need to play a role, right? So you need to believe in yourself, right? And to believe that you are the most suitable for this role, right? And because you want the
Right.
director to hire you, right? So if you don't believe in yourself, do you think that the director will believe in you? That you are the
Um,
right for the part?
unless you are a really good actor at faking it.
Yeah, so no, but if you like say, oh no, this is not my role. I'm not
Oh
a
girl.
great actor or actress, right? And you're like going to the audition. I'm like, I'm not. Sometimes it works, right? But if this your like if this like consistent state of mind that you don't believe in yourself, or you should be better, or you should be perfect, and that's the way you talk to yourself, so others will believe it too. Because if you believe it about yourself, why do you think that why are you so surprised when others like treat you the same way?
Exactly.
It's like the actor in the audition, right? It's the same thing. You need to believe in yourself and to project this self belief, and that you are the one for the role, right? So it's the same way. So this is the power of our self talk, and the way that you talk to yourself, others will talk to you like the same way. You know, and you can be, and there's no judgment there, because we all experience from time to time, and we have like, it doesn't matter how spiritually evolved you are. Sometimes, yeah, we're going to have like there's negative thoughts and negative self-talk, but it's all about the awareness. When you catch yourself talking to yourself, like start talking to yourself like, like you talk to Willie, like it sounds cliche. Oh, talk to yourself like you want, talking to someone that you love, or be your own best friend, na 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 na, right? But it's not a cliche, because if you know that the universe, this is the way it works. The universe is just, there's a reflection, right? Life will show you the way that you treat yourself. So it's just, this is how it is. This is just a fact, right?
It is. So we have to think though, where does that negative self-talk come from in the first place, right?
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing I think I came up with is that where do we learn the negative self-talk so that we keep others from hurting ourselves because we hurt ourselves. Nobody can hurt ourselves more than we hurt ourselves, right?
Exactly.
So the negative self-talk that says, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, nobody wants to be around me, I'll never have this, blah blah blah. Well, you're doing that to yourself because ultimately you fear being hurt, you know, by others. So and this just becomes the prevailing thoughts that we have about ourselves is that they're
Right.
negative. We put ourselves down because we don't think we're powerful or good enough or worth enough or the whole 9 yards of that. So it's an interesting topic to delve
Yeah, and
into for
you know
another
what? It's
time.
not even our fault. This is
Exactly.
how we were programmed by authority figures. Authority figures is, of course, our parents, our teachers, bosses. Someone said something when you were like a teenager and you start to believe it about yourself, right? So
Right.
it's not really our fault because there is no awareness, right? And society actually wants to keep us in this loop, right? Because it's so convenient. We're so easy to control, right? When we are fearful, when we have like low self-esteem, when we think that, it's easy to control us, you need to buy this product and you're going to feel better, right?
Right.
Right. And you know what? So what I wanted to say that so when you feel like nothing is happening, actually a lot is happening behind the scene and you just don't see it. And this is real faith because real faith, it's not that you see something, you touch something, oh, I believe that exists, right? Because this is not really faith. Faith, it's the belief in the unseen even if you don't see it, right? Because there are rules in the universe. So if you have an intention and like just a seed in the ground and you water it and you give it sun and you visualize from time to time, right? And you give it love and then you let it go for a while, so it will sprout, right? And it doesn't mean like a lot of people ask me, Limor, how do I know if I made the right decision? Right? So you know what I tell them? When you want to make a decision, like think about it, go back and forth, whatever, like pro, cons, whatever. But once you decide, go with it. And if you're like asking yourself, oh, have I made the right decision? That just trust that if you made this decision, you have made the right decision because you took it, you made this decision, right?
Right.
So even if it's like the wrong decision, so you just need sometimes to change course. So you
Or
will know when to do it. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to reach your destination, right? So when
exactly.
you make the decision, just go with it. Just be like, like don't look
Like
left and right. Yeah.
sometimes you brought it up in a few of the lives, it's the wrong turn can still lead you to the right destination.
Absolutely, yes. And it doesn't seem like that, right? It doesn't seem like that. So, and stop blaming yourself and stop, oh, I should have done this, I should have done this. I don't know if you see Seinfeld, but there's like an episode in Seinfeld. The judge, like, he had like a meeting at his workplace, and then like someone told him something and he didn't say anything. And then, like, after it, he's like, oh, I should have tell him this, I should have tell him this. And he's like, so the back and forth and the self, the self loading. I don't know if I can get it loud. Like, the all the you just stop doing it to yourself because if you can't change it, like if something is really bothering you, there's two choices: take action to change it. But right now, if you can take action to change it, just change the perception, right?
exactly.
So beating yourself up, that's the word I was looking for, like beating yourself up for it, it's not good for everyone, and especially not for yourself and for your self-talk, because you want to change your reality and this is not the way to do it, right? Hi everyone. Okay, so and another thing, Marnie, so how can we, let's say we experience things that we don't want to experience, or actually we don't experience anything, right? Like nothing is moving, we're doing anything, and just like nothing is going on, you know? So there's few things that you can do. The first thing that I do is just give it to the universe. You know what? I've done everything I could. You take it from here. This is not my responsibility. It's not like letting go, just handing over the responsibility to God, the universe, higher self, whatever you want to call it. And another powerful thing that you do is because, there's like things that you have control over, and there are things that you don't have control over. So if you want to achieve something, so you put in all your effort, like you're doing like the inspired action and everything, so you've done your part, right? So you don't
Right.
have, there's a certain point that you can, okay, I've done my part. Now it's, it's not my job, it's not my responsibility to the how I'm going to experience, how it's going to come into my reality, and then you let it go. But another powerful thing is to start to do things that you do have control over. Like, like basic stuff. Like for me, I'm doing like every day, like a little checklist for the thing that I need to do during the day. So, and they've done a research about it that if you having like a list of the things that you need to do during the day, and you like, and every time you do something, you just check it out of the list, so you feel more like accomplishment, and you feel like, oh, I set a goal and I achieved it. Even if it's just a tiny goal, but you do have control over this tiny goal, so it will help you to increase your self-belief, right? And you're going to believe in yourself because you're going to believe more in your abilities to achieve things, right? So
Yeah.
rather than, oh, what's going on in the world? Oh my God, they showed in the news, he said that, like a war, whatever, right? But I asked them, do you have control over this? No, I don't have control. So it's not, you don't have control over it. So just let it go because it's not going to be beneficial for you.
No, exactly. So another thing as well, and it was something that Lamar had brought up when we were talking about what are we gonna talk about for
Yes,
for this live. So so it's just starting with a small thing. So it might be using somebody's name that is in the service industry. If you're going to a restaurant or a fast food, McDonald's or whatever, if they have a name tag on, sort of thing, use their name, ask them how their day is going. I hope everybody's being nice and kind to you, sort of thing, and thank you so much for being here, I really
exactly.
appreciate it. It's So when you start taking small steps like that, basically things start to rearrange actually quite quickly
Exactly.
in your favor, sort of thing. You become the change that you want to see ultimately. And it's weird because it sounds counterintuitive. Again, it's the show me the thing and I'll be happy, but instead you have to be happy for the thing that you don't yet have in your 3D
Exactly.
reality that cycles it in.
Exactly. And this is
So,
why I really a big fan of being grateful and being grateful in advance. What do you mean being grateful in advance? And oh, if you want to achieve something, oh, thank you, like thank you, I already received it. This is how you evoke those emotions inside of you, and by evoking your emotion, because you are the cause, and what you see in your reality is the effect. And if you do it consistently over time, giving thanks to something that you still don't see in your outer reality, this is a powerful way. I've achieved
mhm.
a lot of things just by being grateful in advance. And I'm not, you don't have to think about it all day. Just in the morning, like few minutes. Oh my God, thank you, universe, thank you, God, and just let it go. I experience miracle with it. And what you said about kindness, because how you treat others really affect how you feel inside of you, right? Because think about times when you felt really low, and then like you did something for someone or an act of service. Actually, like you felt like alive, right? Because so it's actually it's going to soften your nervous system when you are doing kind things. And I just want to give you an example. When I like used to work, like my last work, I worked in like complex buildings, right? So every time I went home, I know all the security guards there, all of them. So I used just to tell them, oh, good morning, good evening, what? And a lot of the things, a lot of people just, don't really ignore those people. So just by doing it, I formed a lot of connections with the management here or whatever. And then, like I achieved a lot of things that I really wasn't asking for, and it wasn't like my intention. Hey, we love you too. Thank you. Love you too. So, like I received like a free parking permit for years just because I greeted the security um, uh, the security guards right in the complex. So, and you know what? All the people that really give you service, I always ask for the name if there is a receptionist or whatever. I'm telling you, money, they hold all the power. Mm-mm.
You
Yes,
know,
they hold all the power, right? Like if it's a
so
waiter, he can give you a free dessert. If it's a receptionist at the doctor office, she can make your appointment like a lot, sooner than you want to. Oh, there's a lot of things like I experienced, but it wasn't my intention, and I formed a lot of connections just by being kind. And it's but not because I wanted something. This is just how I am. You know, because the real key is if you want that to receive things from, hey, you're from India, Indian. We love India. We have a lot of India audience here, right,
yes,
Mommy?
we do. We do. Let's see.
Yes,
Let me take a stab at this. Satendrarana. Let me know if I pronounced it right. Satendrarana.
yes. So just by being kind. So the real secret is you, because you know why people love it, especially people that give service, because it makes them feel seen and heard. And we all want to be seen and heard, right?
Yep.
And we all want to be seen and heard, especially if you give service to others, right? Because think about it. You told me yesterday, if you like experience a bad day or whatever, it's like people in service, they still have to smile, they still have to act nice, they're still doing things like for your, like act of service, things that are beneficial for you and make your life better. So
Right.
just by being kind to those people, it can shift your, like if you're having like a lousy day or whatever, just go talk to someone, just like make someone feel better. And I know it sounds cliche, but just a small talk with a barista that make your coffee, or just about, this will make you feel better, right? Because you're everything, you receive everything tenfold back to you. So when you giving people like gratitude, or when you feel them, make them feel really seen and odd, right? So this
Yeah.
kindness is going to go back to you, and I promise you, like I promise you, a lot of the time, people saying like they telling me, you know what, Lamar, we acted like we were really kind with those people, with a certain people, and we done a lot of things, and those people don't really appreciate me, or they don't really reciprocate back. So you know what I'm telling them? There's like an energetic universal bank. So every time you give something or you do something, right? So every time you do something, so it doesn't go away. You don't waste this energy, even if you don't receive anything back in return at that moment. You just made a deposit in your energetic bank, and
Yeah,
you're
you
going
did.
to receive it from another maybe area in your life, from another person, in the form of abundance, of good fortune, or like lucky breaks, if you want to call it. So you're going to receive it back. It's all about what you are vibrating. It's about the energy that you emanate outside, right? So it doesn't go away because the universe sees everything.
Mhm. Exactly. Exactly. But again, it's just one big copying machine, as you say. So what you get out, you do get back. It's not necessarily immediately. Again,
Hmm.
you've made that energetic deposit, you know, into the great hold, as it were, sort of thing. And it just, you don't choose when it gets to show up, or how, or when, or why, or where. You
Yeah,
just, you have faith. And again, it's like putting that seed in the ground. You know it's going to grow. You don't have control over how quickly.
exactly. So if you feel
So
like nothing is working, first accept it, absorb it, right? Don't make quick judgments or don't make quick decisions, because just like a seed you put in the ground, if you don't see the result immediately, it doesn't mean that nothing is going on behind the scene, right? And this is where faith came in. Just remember, you can recall, I call it like a reference experience. Recall just one time that you thought that nothing is going to work, that like it's not going to happen, and then like maybe you let it go or something, and then like all of a sudden you received it, right? So things are happening, you just can't see it, your brain cannot filter it in your 3D reality, right? So it doesn't mean that nothing is happening. So don't doubt yourself. But you know what? Even if you do have doubts, just stick to it, because if it's something that you're passionate about, it's about something about your mission or something that you want to, you know, just you have like a true passion about it, it means that you are on the right path, right? So
exactly.
yeah, so and then another powerful thing is just if you feel if you feel that you have like a lot of like doubts, or if you feel that you start to be maybe slightly attached or to be
To the
obsessed
outcome,
maybe,
yes.
yeah, or maybe obsessed maybe, just shift your energy from the thing that you start to be obsessed over to another things in your reality, the things that you do have control over, and tell yourself, you know what, right now I'm going to put my energy on these things, right? And I'm going to let it go for a while, just put it in the back burner. It doesn't mean that I don't want it, I just did my best. And because how many times, money, you like maybe like waited for a phone call or something, or like an answer or result of a test or an interview or whatever, and you just constantly was thinking about it, and you just and and all of a sudden you did something else and you left your phone, and right, it rang, oh, you just receive it, because you just let it go, you change your focus, right? You released all the resistance, you change your focus to something else. Or maybe sometimes you feel like and when you shift actually your energy, a lot of the time when you get the result you want, is that you really like doing something that you enjoy doing. So if you feel like down and out about something not happening, go do something that you enjoy doing. Go out to nature, or maybe sometimes watching a like movie. Like now it's all the Christmas Hallmark movies. I watch it from time to time. I admit it. Right? They can be a little bit addictive, but there are romance and stuff. They're all in all, they're really like, they're talking about successful people and stuff. So sometimes it's a good thing to shift your energy, not just like as a lifestyle. Just if you know that you put in the work, you did everything you could, shift your energy, go to another things, and then you will get it.
Oh, exactly. So, what referring to this here, so just because something doesn't show up immediately or in 3 months, 6 months, or a year, doesn't mean that you're failing either.
Right.
Again, we don't have control over the exact timing per se. Um, so progress, as you were pointing out, basically it happens quietly before it shows.
Yes.
And I know our viewer here is asking us to speak Hindi. Unfortunately, I don't know any. I don't think you know I
We don't
Hindi
know
either.
it.
But so yeah, and then we covered the power of the inner self-talk,
Yeah. And you know
speaking
what?
to
And
yourself
another
kindly.
thing, if we go back to the beginning, I told you that in this live you're going to receive the tools to how to shift the energy. And the number one tool is to stop forcing, stop trying,
Hmm.
stop, just stop, because it's all about the being. Like if you, when sometimes, do you know it sometimes like my example, sometimes like in the past, mostly in the past, now I rarely do it. When you really try to impress like someone, like let's say an interview, or I don't know, like so, or you just having like a meeting, like I don't know, a business meeting or whatever. So maybe you you want to impress them, so you put on like high heels, or you put like, oh, I'm going, and you feel like it's forced. It's not really you, right? So you're not going like on the high heels, like you're not going, you're not straight, and so it's just not you. So, but when so when you are trying to be someone, you are not, because you are trying. But when you are, you know what, I'm going to be in my element, I want to feel comfortable with myself. I will just be myself and dress up like, honestly, something that I'm comfortable with. You are more being yourself than trying to be,
Exactly.
you know? This is sometimes when you go into a room, you can sense someone that it's like authentic, or someone that is like not really feel comfortable in his own energy. And of course, there's no judgment here, right? You can feel it.
Exactly. Um, we can't force things. Um, the forcing, it creates, basically it just creates resistance, because when you're forcing, you're attached to the outcome of a situation.
Exactly.
You have to learn that you need to let that go. Control blocks the natural timing. Yeah, we covered that one, because that's a big thing.
Exactly. I remember when you said like about like the outcome. I think that Eckhart Tolle said it in the book The Power of Now. When you want to achieve an outcome, and I notice it. I like to observe a lot of successful people. I just like to observe, and I notice they are all about the little details. In the moment I observe it, like I see like a lot of successful people, they don't think about the outcome like they want to achieve. They're like
Right.
right now handling the smallest details, or the smallest like something that maybe like creating like a block, or a problem came up or something. Their own focus is just about how do you solve it right now, what comes up right now, and not about, oh, I need this deadline. No, not about future projecting. So I think that Eckhart Tolle said that when you are present in the little things that you do on your way to accomplish your goal, when you'll be like present in the thing you're doing right now, the outcome will take care of itself. And
Exactly.
it doesn't mean that you need to be complacent, or you don't have to set goals. You can set a future goals, that's okay. But on the way to achieving those future goals, be present with every phase. And this is what will give you the sense of control, actually, because you have control just over about what happening right now in this moment, right? So it's
Exactly.
really fascinating. It's really fascinating when you are present with what comes up for you right now on your way to achieve your goal. So, like the sky's the limit, and you're going to receive it like in a more like easy, peaceful.
Uh-oh. We might have lost her.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
and now we're back.
we had some technical problem. Okay, so
That's okay.
money, final words.
Okay. So when you're feeling if nothing is going your way, that is it's negative self-talk, and all you're seeing is, if you put your focus on that, that is what is going to you're going to get more of seeing that, because that's what you're putting your emotion to. So let's take a minute, recognize that feeling, start being kind, stay in the moment, and keep the faith. Again, don't attach to the thing and the timing. Just let it go. This is when things feel like they're not going your way, you release your attachment to how that situation has to come out and has to present itself. You just let it go, and you open yourself to the ways that things can come to you even better than you expected, things that you didn't even think of. So just have a little faith, be kind to yourself in your heart and your mind, with what you hear, with what you tell yourself. It's all good.
This is temporary.
Yes.
This is temporary, and if you don't know what to do, just don't do anything. You
Do
tell yourself, you know
do
what?
nothing. Mhm.
I did everything I could. So right now, it's you.
Whatever the you call it by.
Yeah, yeah. God
Yeah,
or yourself, universe, your guides, or whatever. Right? So don't
exactly.
be discouraged. It's only temporary. Things are happening behind the scene, even if you can't see it in the naked eye, right? So it doesn't mean that nothing is happening. Keep the faith. Turn your focus to things that you do have control over, that makes you feel good, and it will come. This or something better. I promise you.
This or something better. It is
Yes,
seasonal and it is cyclical. It happens to
exactly.
all natural living things. So,
Exactly.
yeah,
So thank you,
take a deep breath
everyone.
and you
Happy
got this.
holidays.
Thank you.
What were you saying? Sorry?
Oh, I was going to say yes. Thank you to everybody and happy
Oh,
holidays,
yeah.
but you beat me to it.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Happy holidays. Thank you for watching. If you have questions, feel free to write a comment, right? And take advantage of my free 30-minute discovery call, clarity call with me. You can
Yep.
apply using the link below. So happy holidays. Thank you for watching. We love you so much. Sending so much love and light, money.
Mwah.
Let's do our little hearts.
Oh, back it up. There we go. Ta-da!
Yay! Bye, everyone. Love
All
you.
right. Bye. Love you.
Bye
Thanks.
bye.